Let's stop resuscitating.
I felt a release. The battle, the pressure had gone. I thought, what's happened? Next moment, I found myself upright, wide awake, but the place was pitch black. I could feel fear just grip me. I then heard a voice to my right scream out to me and say, "Shut up!" Another voice to my left, "You deserve to be here." And I went, "Deserve to be where? Where am I?" "You're in hell. Now shut up." I thought, hell? Am I in hell? I didn't even believe in hell. I always thought hell was a religious trip put on people by Christians and other religious beliefs that would scare people into following their faith. I thought if you scare people enough, maybe they believe in your God, huh? As I'm standing there, becoming quite aware this could be my final resting place, a beam of pure white light pierced through the darkness directly above me. It had the intensity of like laser light. As it touched my face, this light seemed to envelop me. As it did, my body took on a weightless sensation, and I found myself being lifted, translated off the ground up into this beam of pure white light. It was so bright, the center of it was like on fire. It was an amazingly bright core. From that central core, shafts of radiance came out. And as I looked out to the extremity of my vision, I could see the light. And I thought, man, what is it? As I thought that, the voice that I'd been hearing on the road and in the ambulance, the same man's voice spoke from the center of the light. I thought, there's someone. And to my amazement, he called me by name. He said, "Do you wish to return?" He said, "If you wish to return, you must see in a new light." I saw these words appear. God is light, and in him there is no darkness at all. 1 John 1:5. I thought all other teachings I'd heard said God is light and dark, yin and yang in the circle of life is good and evil. Man has good and evil, therefore God, who created us, must have light and darkness within his person and character. I saw that played out through different religions and through different gods within their religions of light and dark, good and evil. But this said God was light, pure light. I thought, I'm looking at that. I thought, is this God? Am I looking upon the presence of God? Pure light. I said, God, you can't accept me. I've cursed you. I've done many things wrong. Why? And as I told him the things I'd done wrong, the intensity of his love got stronger. And I found myself filled, just filled with love and acceptance. That's totally at peace. And I knew that God accepted me. I said, God, could I come through the light that surrounds you? I heard no response. I thought, if he can accept me, surely he will not mind. I stepped into the light. Now, I had lost my purity many years before, but this purity seemed to come into me. I felt crystal clean. I started to feel like I was an absolutely clean new person. I began to walk in closer. I thought, if I could see his face, I'll know who God is. I came within a few feet of his presence. I began to place my face into the light, and as I did, he moved. The entire light that surrounded him moved. It's as though he did not want me to see the form of his face. I found out later that no man looks upon the face of God and lives. I believe had I seen the face of God then, I would not be here talking to you. I would be with him for eternity. As he moved behind him, I could see the same circular shape opening as the tunnel. And as I saw that, I began to see a whole new planet open up before me. As I'm about to enter in, the presence of God steps in front of me as if to block the way. He asked me this question, Ian, now do you wish to go in or do you wish to return? I thought, I have nothing to return for. I wish to go in. But I looked back, and next to the tunnel was my mother. And I realized that there was a person that loved me. I said, God, I do wish to return for my mother. She has prayed for me all my life. I wish to tell her what she believes in is real. He said, if you wish to return, you must see things in a new light. I understood I must see through the light of his love, from eternity, from a place of peace and forgiveness. I said, but how do I go back down that tunnel? As I looked back again, I saw my father, my mother, thousands of other people, my brother and my sister. I said, God, who are these? He said, if you do not return, many of these will not step foot inside a church to hear my name. I said, God, I don't love them. I don't know them. He said, son, I love them. I desire them to come to know me. I watched the poor doctor's face go as white as a sheet. He screamed and nearly went up through the ceiling. What's happened? This man thinks I'm dead. I told him, I said, God, can I tilt my head to the left? I'm sick of looking at him. He said, son, I've just given your life back. I felt strength come back. I tilted my head to the left, and I had nurses and orderlies see me open my eye, and they jumped back in fright. From what I can ascertain from the hospital, for a period of approximately 15 minutes, they'd lost me. I was clinically dead. Life had ceased. I lay there and said, God, if I've been dead this long, I'll be a vegetable. 3 or 4 minutes, no oxygen to the brain. I'll never walk again. Can you help me? As I prayed, I said, God, please heal me, or I'd rather be dead. Take me back into your presence. As I lay there, I felt an amazing power, like electricity and warmth, go through my body, and within a few hours, I was completely healed. I discharged myself from the hospital and walked out. My Creole friends thought I was a ghost come back from the dead. They knew I should be dead. The fishermen were terrified of me. I said, God, what have I become? What's happened to me? I began to see in the supernatural realm. And he said, you are a reborn Christian. I said, what? What does that mean? You have to die or something? He said, no, son, you were dead in your spirit before I came into your life. He said, that prayer in the ambulance saved your life. You were born again of my spirit through the prayer that you prayed in the ambulance, that deathbed prayer. I said, what must I do next? He said, read a Bible. I said, I don't have one. He said, your father has one. Ask him for one. And back in New Zealand, I asked my father for a Bible. And within 6 weeks, I read from Genesis to Revelations. Jesus said, I am the light of the world. Those who come to me shall no longer walk in darkness, but have the light of life. And those who call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. If you believe and confess that Jesus Christ is Lord, and with your mouth and in your heart believe that God raised him from the dead, you shall be saved. You shall be born again. He said, that is what's happened to you, son. You are a reborn Christian. You have seen my son Jesus Christ in his resurrected, glorified form. I've been following him now for the past 18 years, since 1982. And I've had hundreds of experiences with the tangible love and presence of God.